Squier, FSR, or Fender, Special Run. What does that mean? Welcome back to The Mix, I'm ABD. Today we're unboxing a Squier Classic Vibe Strat, but it's not just any Classic Vibe Strat, it's a Fender Special Run, which means that they only make a few of them. You can only get them, I believe in the US, from Chicago Music Exchange. If you're across the pond in the UK, you can get it from Andertons. Check out their YouTube channel. But today, we have a Special Run Classic Vibe Strat from Chicago Music Exchange. It did ship with FedEx, and it did get some damage on the way here. A nice little hole in the box. FedEx, why you do this to me? I usually prefer UPS over FedEx, but that's neither here nor there. We can open this up because we have a box and a knife. We can get a first look at the guitar. You can find out what exactly we have here. So if you're ever thinking about getting a guitar from Chicago Music Exchange, they do a good job of packing. Nice tape, usually double boxed, usually not a nice big hole in it, but today we do have a hole in it, but I don't think it damaged the guitar. So I think we're good. So let's open up this box, shall we? And inside said box, we have bubble wrap around another box. Well, for whatever reason, it was upside down in that box. I don't like when they do that. Not a big fan of when they do that, but that's okay. Let's open up a second box. So, the cardboard was stuck on this top piece up here. And it ripped through the styrofoam. Kind of annoying. That's okay. Very light. 7.4 pounds, something like that. We have rubber bands on the top with a big piece of styrofoam to protect the headstock. That whole thing came off. Alrighty. So packing was very nice. I feel like Chicago Music Exchange might have packed it a little too tight. But you have a big piece of cardboard that holds the body. Styrofoam around the whole guitar, which we got a hole in. The cardboard was supposed to be holding on to the styrofoam, but it was holding the actual guitar. But that's okay. Overall packing, 7 out of 10. Okay. One more rubber band, because we can never have enough rubber bands. And then the moment we have all been waiting for. Okay. We got a good grip on it. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. A Fender Special Run Squier Classic Vibe Strat in Stevie Vaughan colors. Black pickguard on black. Well, you can't see it that well because we have this covering it. You can't see it that well because we have this covering it. Now you can. Black on black with a sunburst finish. It is a NATO body, which is Eastern mahogany. You have a maple neck with a finish on the back, the dark tint. The finish feels really, really good. C-shaped neck, and then gold hardware on a Indian laurel fretboard, which looks great. The nut looks pretty good, but the low E was not sitting right. Pop that in there. And let's get this plastic off, shall we? Plastic on the pickups. Ooh. Ooh. One more. It's kind of stuck under the pickguard a little bit. And then on the pickguard, we have our little sticker, free online lessons. Fender always does that. Trying to make the rock stars of tomorrow. Go and take those lessons. If you don't know how to play, take advantage. Almost, everybody. Almost. Okay. And we got those off, and here's what it looks like. Very, very good looking guitar. Gold hardware, like we said. We have dot inlays. We have Fender designed El Nico, I believe 5 single coils. And then there's the back with a black trem plate with gold screws. And we've seen how it looks, but let's see very briefly what it sounds like. So it definitely sounds more like a mahogany body because it has a NATO or Eastern mahogany body, and it does sound warmer and fuller, thicker, like a mahogany body does. It is a bone nut. It is cut pretty well. That G might need to be cut a little lower. So we've heard what it sounds like acoustically. Now we could plug it in and hear what it sounds like through an amp. So here's what it sounds like on the neck. And if we go to the middle pickup, if we go to the bridge, so we go back to the neck and go to the third position, the noise canceling. Turn a compressor on. Strings are still stretching. Turn on a tube screamer. Here's what we get. So what I've noticed is these are very bright pickups. They sound good, but they're very bright. In comparison, I have another Strat here that has pickups from Wilkinson. In it, they are the 60s pickups, so very similar to what you have there. And here's how these sound. Definitely a difference between these two guitars. This one is a lot brighter and higher output. That one's more woody, lower output. And first impressions, I don't really love this guitar that much. I'm not the biggest fan, I'm realizing, of the Classic Vibe series. The Laurel fretboard, they put like a finish on top of it, which I just don't love. It kind of feels not nice and smooth. It doesn't feel as soft as, let's say, Rosewood. It's kind of hard. And the fretwork recently on these Squier guitars hasn't been great. Like, there's a little bit of buzzing. The edges of the fretboard are nice and smooth. It's not sharp, but it's a little gritty, and some of it's not level. And I just don't love these pickups. And I just don't love mahogany bodies or NATO bodies for Strats. I feel like it just changes the tone a little bit too much. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I also don't love that the bridge is decked. I would have to set it up to be floating, and that would be a pain in the butt. The setup from the factory was pretty good. The tuners and the hardware are pretty good. The gold looks nice. But yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for part 2. for more of a deep dive review of the guitar. And thank you for watching. Take care. What the fuck, man?